how do you actually feel happy with your partner? And I don't mean toxic positivity where everybody's saying sweet and nice things all the time, whether or not they're true, because you don't want to get into any conflict. I mean authentic positivity, real, true happiness, where you've got somebody in your corner, somebody who cares about you, wants what's in your best interest, and you feel good going through the world with a partner who you like, who likes you, and you both feel connected and loved. So this video is all about authentic happiness. My name is Laura Silverstein. I am a certified Gottman couples therapist, and I want to talk to you today about how to find actual happiness. Are we happy yet as a nation? 34% of adults report that they are very happy. This was a Pew study. And 50% are pretty happy, and 15% are not too happy. So it's a very common goal for people to say, I want to be happy in my relationship. I'm just not happy. Or I am happy and I want to be even happier. And so we know that expressing positivity on a regular basis leads to a happy relationship. We know that positivity is good for your health, your relationship, and for your overall happiness. And when I talk about expressing positivity, I'm talking about external acts. So expressing appreciation for somebody for just somebody being who they are, or for doing what they do. Okay. And expressing fondness. I like you. I think you're cute. I think you're funny. I think you're smart, right? Admiration. I not only like you, but I look up to you. There are things I can learn from you. There's things about you that I want to emulate because I want to spend more time with you so that I can, be a little bit more like you and make you feel good about who you are and the things that you bring to the world that are positive. Okay, the other part is kindness. Expressing kindness is going out of your way to put another person first and do something that is going to bring happiness into their life. So healthy relationships have 20 times more positive interactions than negative interactions. Okay, so this is 2,000% more. And ailing relationships have an equal proportion of positive and negative interactions, which means that for every positive interaction, there's a negative interaction. Okay. And when we talk about expressing positivity, we're talking about little things that take less than 10 seconds at a time. Okay. So things like a smile, a compliment, or a kiss on the forehead. These are things that we're just doing or not doing on a regular basis will build strength in a relationship, or it will not bring strength to a relationship if it's not happening. Okay, so if it's so easy, why aren't we expressing positivity all the time? It's not rocket science. I'm probably not telling you something that you don't already know. Okay, it's not like you think that smiling or saying something kind to somebody is a good thing. I know that we know that it's a good thing. Okay, so the really burning question is, why don't we do it? Especially in relationships, because that's the person that we love. That's our chosen partner for the world. Why aren't we expressing positivity all the time? Well, the answer is because your partner is a knucklehead. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes your partner's a knucklehead. That's me. That's my husband. I am married to another Gottman couples therapist. And we get on each other's nerves. We mess up. We make mistakes. Okay. And it's really important to remember that it's normal to let each other down. Okay. So 3 unavoidable truths about love is that your partner will let you down. Your partner will forget to do the things that they promised to do. And your partner will hurt your feelings at times. These are true. This is not evidence that your partner doesn't respect you or think you're awesome. It doesn't mean that you're in a toxic relationship if your partner sometimes promises you they're going to do something or work on something or be better at A, B, or C, and they don't do it. Okay? I'm not talking about abusive relationships. True toxic relationships are a whole different story. I'm talking about normal ways that we let each other down, or we say something in a way that really wasn't very skilled. We said it when we were in a bad mood, and we let each other down. Okay, so it's actually really helpful. It's not bad news, it's good news that all of these three things happen, because that doesn't mean that you're in a bad relationship. It means you're probably in a normal relationship. Okay, if those things are happening. So your partner is an imperfect human, and so are you. And I don't mean that to be mean. I don't mean that to be critical. I mean that to be liberating. You don't have to be perfect. Your partner doesn't have to be perfect. You are just fine the way you are. Could you be a little bit better? Could you watch some videos about how to improve your relationship? Obviously you are. Obviously you are not perfect, and you know that you're not perfect. But when you let that just be okay, everybody feels a little bit lighter. Everybody feels a little bit more comfortable being okay exactly how you are, that you are lovable just for sitting there. However, it's hard to be positive when your partner is getting on your nerves. So yes, your partner is an imperfect human, and you know that, and intellectually you get that, and I'm sure I haven't said anything totally controversial or shocking, right, that your partner's going to let you down sometimes. But the problem is, if you want those really great positivity numbers because you want to be in a healthy, happy relationship, then you're trying to figure out, well, okay, how do we express positivity and authenticity, because we also value being honest and not pretending that everything is rainbows and unicorns when it's not. So it is hard to be positive, and it's actually not good to just be inauthentic with your positivity. Okay, it won't work to force positivity, to say good things because you're trying to get the 20-to-1 ratio that I talked about earlier, because that's going to come across as fake. It's going to come across as sarcastic or possibly even condescending. Okay, so it's really important that there's integrity. So if you're saying something positive, you have to feel it in the first place before articulating it and putting it into words. Okay, so what that means is we have to start on the inside with what I call a mindset shift. So a mindset shift means that you're noticing how you feel before you're expressing how you feel. And you might even be able to shift it in advance. And if you can't, that's okay. Don't worry about it. But noticing is the first step. Okay. So there's this thing called negative sentiment override that John Gottman talks about. And what this basically means is that when we're in a negative place, we assume negative intent. We assume that if somebody does something neutral, we kind of assume that it was bad. And we don't give people the benefit of the doubt. We're much more likely to think that they did something because they were being purposefully neglectful instead of maybe they're tired, maybe they had a bad day, maybe they're hungry. Okay, so when we're in negative sentiment, we also expect our partner to let us down. So you've probably heard of rose-colored glasses, like when you are looking through your glasses and everything is wonderful and you know, love is blind kind of thing. Well, negative sentiment is when your like glasses are smudged and all you see is negative, and even good stuff looks bad because you're looking through a negative lens. Okay. What's the opposite of that is positive sentiment override. And in positive sentiment, we assume positive intent. We think somebody, yeah, by and large, they basically love us, but maybe they messed up because they forgot. Okay, we give them the benefit of the doubt, and we expect our partner to make us happy. And by expecting that, we're much more likely to notice when they are doing the good things. The best way to do this is to notice how you feel before you actually even see your partner. And a really great example I've used of this is like, how are you feeling when you're driving in the car? You haven't even said you're seeing your partner yet, and you're like on your way to see them. And what are you feeling as you are anticipating walking into their space? So are you expecting that they're going to be happy to see you and you're happy to see them? You looking forward to seeing them, can't wait to get there? Or are you having one of those days where you are expecting the world to let you down? You expect that you're going to walk into the house and it's going to be trashed and the dishes are going to be a mess. If you walk in and the dishes are clean, if you're assuming negative intent, then you're kind of like, what did you do? Like, why are you doing the dishes? Or you expect some kind of a medal for emptying the dishwasher? No, you don't get it. You don't get that. So even if somebody does, when you're in that negative space, even if somebody does something positive, it can still backfire because of your mindset. And I'm not saying this to be critical of you. We all have moments when we're in that negative space. So it's not about never experiencing that. It's just about having some self-awareness of knowing how you feel before you connect with somebody. So what we want to do is practice active compassion for yourself and your partner. And so what that means is that you are actively trying to give yourself a break for being in a negative state, for being human, for being a knucklehead, and give your partner compassion and grace for being a knucklehead. Okay. And so one of the first things to do toward this is to allow yourself to be annoyed. So allowing yourself to be annoyed is something that we don't think very much about. It's kind of like we try not to be annoyed instead of just allowing. This is the human nature. Like, I ran into every single red light on my way home from work. That's annoying. There's no benefit in trying to convince yourself that that's awesome. It's not awesome. It's annoying to hit every red light. And the same thing is true about your relationship, right? If they do something annoying, it's okay to allow yourself to be annoyed. Because paradoxically, allowing yourself to be annoyed makes it much more of a normal thing, as opposed to this terrible thing that's happening and you shouldn't be annoyed at your partner and you have to talk through every single last thing. Now, I'm a couples therapist. I believe in talking about problems when we have problems. But there are times where you just let yourself be annoyed, take a beat, and actually decide not to say it out loud. Because you're practicing compassion for yourself, because you don't want to have a fight with your partner, as well as compassion for your partner that they're annoying sometimes. Okay? So you allow your partner to be annoying. They're doing things that are annoying, and it's okay. It is okay for your partner to be annoying. It is okay for you to be annoyed. This is not a huge problem that you need to solve. Just let it pass. Just let it pass, and it will be replaced by another experience if you don't fight against it. Okay? Once you have allowed room for the annoyance and you've normalized it, then it's going to be easier to say the good stuff out loud. Say the good stuff out loud. Even if you're annoyed at your partner because of something they did yesterday, you can still thank them for cooking an amazing dinner. You can tell them they look cute in their outfit, even if there's unfinished business that you do still need to talk about. And what we know is that the happy couples from the research are the ones that did say good things, did express positivity. That didn't mean that they didn't have negativity. It meant that they made room for both the positivity and the negativity. Okay? So if you are trying to like let the annoyance fade, you've made space for the annoying red lights and it's not going away, then you want to just raise the topic at a time when you're feeling calm and ready to talk. So I'm not saying push everything under the carpet and be happy and only talk about the good stuff. But I am going to say, give it a beat, take some time, and then raise it in a calm and respectful manner once you're ready to talk about it. Okay? Remember that all couples have conflict. Remember that it's not a huge problem. The more you're wearing those rose-colored glasses, you're going into the repair, the more likely you believe it's going to be useful and you're going to be able to both feel, sorry for your contribution of it, the more likely it is that it's going to work. Okay, let me just quickly review what we talked about in this little mini lecture. Number one, positivity leads to relationship happiness. And what we're talking about is expressing positivity out loud, saying the good stuff. And that positivity takes less than 10 seconds. These are little microbursts of connection, like a kiss or a compliment or a thank you. And that positivity starts with an internal mindset. When you make that internal mindset, then you'll be able to express that authentic positivity, which is really what we're going for. Okay? So thank you for watching this video. There's lots of resources that I have up on the internet. I have a free empathy course that I'll put in the link description below. And my husband does 2-day couples therapy intensives. And I have another therapist who works here outside of Philadelphia who does them on the weekends. She's amazing. She's level 3 trained Gottman therapist. And we also periodically do semi-private retreats in the Poconos. So that's my website, and that's a little one of those things that you can scan, and then you can download my contact information. So thanks again for watching. Have a great day.